Hello guys, this is Robert249 back here on another episode of Minecraft, and today we are actually in a different world. Um, I decided that, as usual, start a new series for 1.13. That and the fact that I uh, I reinstalled Windows on my PC, and turns out Windows Movie Maker, the editing software that is pretty junk but it's free, that's what I was using to edit all my videos. That is no longer available. And so I had edited pretty much another whole episode. I just needed a couple more things in it. And unfortunately that file format is not supported anymore. So I can't even, I have the file of the whole edited video, but I can't actually use it. So we're starting on a new world here. I played single player here, kind of did the basics, got geared up, got elytra, went to the end, kind of like where we kind of left off before. I did fight the wither, got a beacon. But anyway, so we're all kind of set up to do some building today. I built a mob farm for the gunpowder. Oop, that's not what we meant to do. For the gunpowder, I got some sugarcane farms going over there for these. I have a bunch of flint and steel for a reason. We're going to finally build that pyramid that I think it was the first episode I ever released. I can't remember now. I believe it is. Which way are we headed? We're supposed to be headed west, I believe. Yes, okay, so we're headed the right way. There's a jungle over here. But we're finally going to build the pyramid that I released in my first episode that we were working on. Oh, what's this thing? That's weird, spawning outside of water. You don't see that too often. Nothing in there. Okay, there's a dolphin right here though. Let's keep on going. But the first episode I released, we were working on that, but I was doing it in a mesa, and turns out, well, I should have figured this out before I started, but I want to do kind of a mini oasis inside this pyramid, so I want to have green grass. Well, the only way you're going to do that is if you're in a biome that has green grass, and so what better biome than a jungle? And so we are got to build here. I'm thinking that we're going to take this, take down all of the trees and stuff in the jungle. I think, what's the biome right here? It's still jungle, even though it's water, so that's good. So we want this to be pretty big. I built a model of it in my test world, and I'm really excited about this. As you can see, we kind of got a lot of water around here, which is kind of nice. I want it to be kind of like, and we got a desert right here, which is kind of nice. I want it to be kind of something you see from a long ways away, and if you have it in like a hilly area, you might not see it, especially where I was building it to begin with. But yeah, I want this to be a cool area. Take down all these trees, and that's what we're going to be doing today. I'll probably do most of that off camera, get it cleared, and then start working on the block palette we want to start using. I set up a little bit. I found a mesa where I could farm some of this red sandstone, as well as the white stuff. And we're gonna I think do some stripes like this, not alternating too much. I think we might just want to do the red as an accent color, and the regular yellow sandstone for the majority of it, because this is much more common than this. This is very rare, and I spent a little over a half an hour, and I only got this much red sandstone, or red sand. Some of it's sand, some of it's sandstone. I thought that this might look okay with everything, but I'm gonna wait and see what the new texture looks like in when they release that. 1.14 sounds like we're going to get some stairs of this, so maybe that might look okay. I was thinking maybe even a gray color in there, but I'm kind of thinking against that now. Although I think the gray and... no, that doesn't work. I think the really dark prismarine works with this orange as well, so we could potentially sprinkle that in. But it's going to be a lot of work to do these stairs. I think what I might want to do is grab like a filler block and build the rough shape with that so that I can do something like this. So I can place the stairs on top like that, so it's a lot easier to place than doing something like this, because this takes a lot longer than placing right on top of a block like that. So I'm thinking that's what I might want to do. But if you guys have any input, let me know, and I will start burning down some of this stuff. I think that might be the easiest way to clear out a jungle. I started burning some of this already, that's why it's so clear. It does leave these fragments that I have to come around and clean up with the axe, but it shouldn't be too bad. Like these might be pretty bad, but if I fly around with the elytra and start from the top, that could be a lot better. But I will burn this down and see. We'll have to plan out where we kind of want this and how big we want it. I'll probably also take you to my testing world and show you what I've already planned out, so that you have kind of an idea what we're trying to go for. I didn't build it to scale in the testing world. I thought I was, but as it turns out, I think I want it a lot bigger, at least twice as big in the real thing. So we'll see what happens. Alright, so we're in my testing world now. I figured I'd show you kind of what I'm thinking of. Obviously this is all sandstone and this is also sandstone, so it kind of blends in, but it is a pyramid. Obviously it's not finished, but this is kind of the shape we're looking at inside. It's a dome, and we have 4 separate entrances on each side. And don't mind this redstone, this was me from like 2 years ago, and it's really bad. I actually have another design for the door over there that I made. But you go in here. This one's really bad too, just to mention this door, just because it's restricting this entranceway. I'm going to hopefully get rid of that when I use the other design, but I'm thinking of having, as you can see, it kind of opens up all the way around. That's how the lighting works, and as soon as you turn on the switch, all these ones at the top also light up, so you get a lot of light flowing. I did have these lava shoot things. I'm not sure if we're going to do that in the final version, but this is kind of my idea. I'm not sure if I want to keep this stone or what we want to do, but I do want kind of a center, like, cool piece here. And then this is all going to be kind of the grass, and there's going to be trees and bushes and all kinds of stuff in here. Maybe that's what I'll do on the ceiling as well, kind of hanging down leaves and stuff. And then, as you can see, it's kind of 4 separate entrances, so I want to have a different light switch on each one of them. I haven't figured out how I'm going to prevent mob spawning in here. Maybe by having flowing water and then blocking it up as you come in. That could be an option. But once again, I think this is, as I mentioned before, this is kind of small. Down here, I want to have a place where you can, like, this part opens up, and then you can go into a different part of the base, or potentially like we do something with like a water elevator here or something. But I do want to have a lot of redstone components to this, where you can like select different sections. And if you remember a CTM map, Complete the Monument by Vex or many other many other creators of maps, they have like an intersection room, and that's kind of how I want this to look. Like you have an intersection from these areas, but I also want them to go off in like this direction here, like diagonally, and maybe like go down a couple blocks or something like that, and go off diagonally that way, and have some other room to the base over there. So that's kind of what I'm thinking for this place. Let me know if you have any suggestions. I'm thinking that number one, I want to use sea lanterns, and number two, I think I want to put like a, I'm not even sure. Yeah, so those come up from the bottom. I think I might want to put like leaves or something over top of these so you don't see that light, but I do want a lot of light in here. And I'm sure we can hide a lot of light with a lot of the foliage we're going to be using. But that is the general idea. My original idea came from not necessarily like Indiana Jones, but kind of like that really dark temple feeling room, and then all of a sudden you flip on the switch and everything turns on and it's really bright. Maybe more like National Treasure when they find that golden city in the bottom. I think it might have been the second one. Maybe this first. I can't remember which one it was. But anyways, they find this really cool city down underground, and then they light the pathways that go down. That's where I got this flowing lava idea from. That go down as soon as they light it, it all goes down, and you can see everything, and see this really cool centerpiece in the middle. And that's kind of my inspiration for this. And hopefully we can do something pretty cool with it. But it's got to be bigger than this. Once again, I'm going to quickly show you the door here that I have planned. I couldn't find anyone who had made a door that would drop out of stairs. And so I kind of readjusted the double piston extender that uses observers to make a linear design. So each segment you could build this off into infinity, as many next to each other as you want. Technically you could have a whole side open up at once. Not that I would want to do that, but it's only too tall. You could probably have some other ones inside potentially, maybe not. But as you can see, this all works like this, and I might build a tutorial for it if anyone is interested. I haven't figured out how I want to activate it from this side, because this lever is a single pulse, or I'm sorry, it's not a pulse at all. It is a on state and an off state, which I might change so that it could just be activated by a pulse, which would be much nicer when you're on the inside and you want to get out. You just push it once. But that one I would have to do some more work on that to get it working the way I want it to. So this is kind of the design I was thinking of. I was also thinking of doing some towers off to the side. So like off here, have some towers that are like maybe a third of the height or half the height on each one of the sides, and have firework dispensers in all four and the top of this, so you can have a pretty cool display at night or something like that. So that's my idea, and that's kind of what we're going for with this project. So I'm going around and getting all the bits and pieces cleaned up here, and hopefully this sound isn't too loud for the video, but this guy needs to stop shooting me. I don't know where he's coming from. On the bright side, I am getting a ton of wood. Where is this guy shooting from? I don't understand it. But I also decided, I saw this little island over off this direction, and it looks like a whole lot better of a spot for what we wanted to do. Because number one, it's already cleared out, and number two, it would be kind of cool to come in by boat and look at it this way. So I made a 64 diameter circle right here, which would be the inside. The pyramid itself, if I had a potion of slow flying, we could see this a lot better, but I do not. Well, hopefully we can land on this tree here and almost die. No, this isn't a good spot. Oh, well. Here we go. Okay, so it's a 64 in diameter circle. It's got a center point that is not it is not odd, so it is an even centered, which is good for this case. Usually in Minecraft it's not good to be even, but in this case it's going to be, or at least I hope so, because we have a two-centered door. So I was just cleaning up some of these bits and pieces, and now we got to replace this jungle. Either that, or we got to decide something else to do with all this flat space we have. But I did check to make sure, and this is all jungle with the exception of this this river that flows through here. You can kind of see it if you look at the bottom of the ocean here, but you can also see with the grass. So I put some grass along here, but it goes in here and then it goes off that way. So I think we should be good right here. I cleared off this little island, and I think this is probably where we want to build. I also think it's a good idea because then we're surrounded by a bunch of trees, green life, which is kind of cool. I mean, we wanted to make it kind of an oasis to begin with, but I'm almost second guessing that now. I almost wonder if we might want to do kind of a stone pyramid or something. Let me know what you guys think about that. I don't know what we build it out of, whether it be a mixture of cobblestone stairs and mossy stairs, or can you make mossy stairs? I'm not sure. Maybe not. But we could probably do. I'm trying to think of what has stairs. There's not very many blocks that actually have stairs. 1.14 I think is the update for that. But we will see what looks good. Maybe even kind of a worn down look on the outside, and then the inside could be pretty cool. I'm not sure. But I do like this look. Kind of. Originally I thought it'd be cool to be way in the open, but now I'm kind of thinking it might look cool, like not knowing it's there and then coming in by boat, and then all of a sudden you see this giant structure here. So again, let me know what you guys think, and I'll continue to tear down what I've already burned up here, and maybe get on to constructing the rest of the dome, and that will be the inside of the pyramid. As we've already discussed, the whole structure could be constructed out of leaves. I'm going to do it out of stone to begin with, because I have a lot of stone, and then we can put some leaves and stuff on the inside as we go, as we start to actually design the inside of this. So I think this is like my 4th time trying to record this clip, because I have some computer problems. I had a blue screen error, and it was a video TDR error, I believe, which basically means that your graphics card is not working. And turns out I uninstalled everything to do with graphics card, reinstalled, and then updated to the latest drivers, and that seemed to fix everything. But in between there, I tried to record a couple clips, and one was on the integrated graphics, and it was terrible. And then the next couple were frame rate locked to 30, and everything looked terrible. And then I switched over to software encoding for my recording software, and it looked fine to begin with. And then I recorded a couple clips with it, and it was just terribly awful. Audio was all messed up, video was messed up, everything was choppy. On my end it was fine, but then the afterward. So built this up. I'm really liking the size of this, but I think now that I'm thinking about it, we probably want to do an odd center, unfortunately. So probably want like a 65 in diameter, or something like that. Maybe even a little bit bigger. But I think I want like one beacon in the middle, and then we'll have a lot more room in the middle for other stuff down the line. But I do like this size, especially like when you walk in over, well, in any of these entrances, you can definitely see the, excuse me, the scale of the project here. So, and obviously you won't be able to see this from the outside once we put the pyramid on it, but I think it's gonna look good. Then we can put the leaves on it and everything else too. As far as this goes, design-wise, I was looking online, and let's see if we can actually get a good view of this. And there's a lot of like, I don't know whether they're like Mayan or Aztec or something like that, but a lot of their temples had like some vertical walls followed by horizontal, and they were kind of stepped up like this. So there was a big section of vertical, and then horizontal, vertical, horizontal, all the way up to the very top. And it looked kind of like a pyramid, but then they had this staircase in the middle. And I think this looks kind of cool, but I'm not, because like if we just do straight stairs, we're either going to have to do this or this. These are the only two options we have in the current version of the game. I believe either 1.13 or 1.14 or 1.15. We're getting updates to this. We'll have a lot more varieties of stairs and slabs, but for right now, this is all we have. So I was thinking maybe if we did some vertical or horizontal walls, we could get some more variety in here. We don't have right now any of the mossy variety in either the cobblestone or the moss, and I really like these cracked bricks. They look really nice along with the andesite, and there's even this kind of andesite, which I think will look even better once the textures update, because I think I like the newer texture better. But I think this will look good, but if we do this, I'm not sure how it's going to look on a big scale, and I have to try to build it in a test world. But if we do this, we're going to either have to have a one wide door or have to do something fancy, because as you can see, you'll be able to see like pistons and stuff, and that's not good. So either we'll have to make this like 5 wide staircase, which we could do because it's going to be really big. You know what? That's probably a good idea to make a 5 wide, and then you. Do I have any building supplies left here? I can make some. If we just grab some of these stairs, and obviously it'd be mirrored over there, but then we do something like this, and we could hide all the redstone that way. So I think a 5 wide would look good. Here, let's go make a couple more stairs just to check. Okay. And we'll, let's see. Oh, because that's already there, so yeah, that looks really good. Obviously, these are going to be a lot longer walls, go off in both directions in a long ways. So I don't know if we want these stairs here. I don't know like how far vertical we want to go before we go horizontal. All something we'll have to test out in a later day. But as we mentioned, this has got to all be teared down because we want an odd center now. But I wasn't going to do that in this episode because I was going to go make an XP farm. But as it turns out, I've already done that, and none of it recorded. Unfortunately, we lost our really good diamond boots. They had protection 4, depth strider, and feather falling, which were pretty amazing. And they had mending, and we died in the end and lost them in the void. So that's sad. But we did make an Enderman farm, and I'm going to take you there right now just to show it real quick, tell you the problems I'm having with it. Maybe you guys know why. I have an idea why, but I definitely had a few challenges making it. So we'll show you when we get there. Oh, well, actually, might as well stay with me right now because I'll show you my starting base. Obviously, this was shown right away, first off, in a couple clips ago. My time is really weird. This episode's been spanning like over a week now for me making it because of so many problems I've had with it. But once we get all this sorted out, it should be good. I'm actually using a new editing software. Not sure if it's gonna work out very well, but we have some farms here. Automatic sugarcane farms, not very good, not very efficient, but it is in the spawn chunks, so it will run all the time. So I believe that's in the spawn chunks because it's pretty full. Here, we'll just go check it real quick. Yeah, it's pretty much. Is that the top chest? No. Okay. I've emptied this once already, so we're pretty much never gonna run out of any kind of mob drops that we want. And then we have our little base down here. Not much here. Oh, like spike. This zombie grinder down there, enchantment room, and whatnot. So our end portal is over here. I really want to make a villager breeder because I want a mending villager, but we don't have that right now. Let's see if we can do with just one firework rocket. It's kind of risky taking off with just one, I guess. And as you can see, these guys kind of get stuck here. This is a design by DocM77 and Ilmango, and I might have just built it wrong, which is very possible. Very possible. But if you have a sweeping edge sword, you get these guys in here, and then you get lots of ender pearls and XP. As you can see, this is already pretty much full. And we finally made a trident, so I'm pretty happy about this. We also lost our good sword, so I had to make another one. This one's not very good, doesn't even have mending yet. But that's really why I want a mending villager. So this doesn't work probably as good as they showed in Doc's video, but it does the job for now. And now we gotta actually use the manual way of getting out of here. Made some bubble elevators, because why not? It's 1.13. And we'll grab some more rockets. So I'm not sure what we're gonna do the rest of this episode. I'll have to think about it and get back to you. Alright guys, I just checked the video time here and we're just over 25 minutes, so I think this will be pretty much... Oh, we're severely lagging here. I also noticed in the previous clip, if we lag too much, both the video and the audio suffer. So I'll have to sort that out. It could be doing it right now actually. But thank you for watching, and I think next time we might be doing some more work on this, as well as maybe doing some another end run, because I would like an extra set of elytra wings and try to get some more tools as well as shulker shells. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.